What's up, guys? It's JMS80, and this is Wager Match Wednesday, and bring you some gun game on Nuketown. For those of you who don't know, I like to play gun game, but I'm going to narrow it down just to one day a week that I'm actually going to post it. So, and for the most part, I only play ante-up and high roller, not because I'm lacking skill and I can't do high roller, but there's not too many people on high roller half the time, and I have no need for that amount of COD points because, you know, I haven't prestige and I don't plan on to anytime soon. So it's pretty much useless for me. And I find that ante-up and ante-up and weekend gambler are far more competitive. Just in that aspect, other than, oh, there's a lot of COD points on the line. Well, anyway, not going to be talking about this gameplay too much. I wanted to touch back some more on Modern Warfare 3. I know the last time I talked about it, we talked about kill streaks and what I'd like to see brought back, and now I want to talk about, just touch base a little bit on the weapons. Excuse me, and what I think they should do with those. Now, one thing, and you might not get this at first, but the weapons, they need to be memorable and they need to be useful. Now, what do I mean by memorable and useful? Now, in COD 4 and in World at War and in Modern Warfare 2, all the weapons, they were memorable and they were useful. Now, what does that mean? It means pretty much that every single weapon had its use, and it could be useful, and it was very memorable. I mean, honestly, who didn't remember the MP40, things like that, and the AK and the M16, from COD 4, and who didn't remember the Scar H, the TAR 21, the Spaz, AA-12, just to name off a couple for Modern Warfare 2 there. I mean, there was a lot of guns. Pretty much every single gun in those games was useful in a way. Now, in Black Ops, that's not the case. Pretty much your only useful guns in this game are the guns with the high rate of fire. Things like, the AUG and the FAMAS, things like 74U, the G11. Those are the only guns that are pretty much very useful in this game. Everybody uses them. They get overused like crazy. Let's see, what else here? No unnecessary recoil. I think that, it's a good thing to try to integrate, a decent amount of recoil into these games. But, I mean, honestly, COD 4, World at War, Modern Warfare 2, they had the perfect formula for recoil. The recoil in this game is just absolutely ridiculous. At some points when I'm just even burst firing across the map, it kicks in a retarded direction, like the person handling the gun is just almost, it's just like he's using one hand. It's stupid, it's fucking ridiculous. Now, I mean, I was in the military for 5 years of my life, and, shot a variety of guns and whatnot. But, at one point did I not, there was no really unnecessary recoil unless you just flat out couldn't handle the weapon. And in those instances, if you just couldn't, you couldn't. Now, big recoil obviously should apply to like things LMGs, sorry. I'm saying MLG. It's MLG. LMGs, certain SMGs, and and sniper rifles, things like that. They should have that big giant recoil because they're using more powerful forms of ammunition, things of that matter. Another thing, getting onward, pistol secondaries was a great thing to bring back. I thought that the shotgun secondaries, machine pistol secondaries, they were a bit overpowered in Modern Warfare 2. I mean, they were fun. They were fun as hell to use, though. I mean, nobody can lie about that. They were fun as shit. But pistol secondary, I think, is brought back a little bit of the equality and the balance to the game. But that being said, those shotguns going back to primaries, they need to be powerful and they need to be useful as a primary weapon. And in Black Ops, they're not. They are completely useless. I mean, other than people just getting bored with the game and wanting to fuck around, you don't see too many people running around with a shotgun primary and poning on people constantly. It just doesn't happen. So I mean, what they really do is just, I mean, if you just take the powerful shotguns like they had in Modern Warfare 2 and set them as primaries, then that would be useful, because those weapons were awesome. They were memorable, they were useful, they had a ton of attachments you could place on them. They need to bring that back. Let's see, what else we got here? Camos. Just a small little last thing I like to touch on. I thought that it was a bad thing that, made it so that way you could purchase your camo is because really it really took away the camo, the self-worth for putting camouflage on your guns and things like that. Because in previous COD games you had to get kills with that certain weapon and headshots, things like that, and once you got that camo, you put that camo on there with, with some pride that, yeah, it took me a while to get this, but I earned it. It gave you that sense of achievement once you got it, and once they made it to where you could buy it, it totally took that away. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this commentary. Hope you enjoyed the gameplay. I will be bringing you some more tomorrow. Have a good day. Peace.